All right, so blue-red Thingbird. I don't know what we're actually calling this. It's just like blue-red Phoenix. I don't know. Thing in the Ice seems like a pretty critical card in this archetype too, so I feel like mentioning it is important. Let's update the stream decker. That's a good suggestion. So basically, you're trying to like ditch this in the bin along with Thing in the Ice. Then you're playing Modern's most fair card, Manamorphose. I'm just trying to get them into play as fast as possible or flip things over and deal some damage. I'd make a good politician. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult. Sure, Delta. Do you have an opinion on Opt versus Serum Visions here? I don't think so. Not without playing some games. I like that Opt lets you dig a little bit deeper. Thing in the Ice feels like this deck's electrostatic field. Yeah, similar, Marty. Serving a similar role. I think this is an okay keep. I'm gonna kill that with fire. So like, if I don't kill this turn and I get greedy and try and save the bolt for post Thing in the Ices, I'm gonna take at least 2 hits from this, which seems bad for me. Basic Mountain implies probably not straight red black hollowed one. Could just be red black hollowed one with a bad draw though, like medium mana. Opt versus Sleight of Hand. I have no idea. Slight's probably better in this deck since you're playing it proactively anyways. Although, honestly, I would wonder are either of those better than just, like, playing more Thought Scours? Like, Thought Scour is, like, really good. Oh, Marty, you made my night. Not my arena. Oh, that's good. You made me laugh. That's great. That's fantabulous. It's just some good clean living. Yeah, third basic mountain likely implies some kind of mono red variant. Maybe it's a bridge hollowed vine variation. Upgrade. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Upon I take back most of the bad things I've said about you so far. Are they a Bedlam Reveler deck? Am I getting Bedlam Reveler? You're currently 1 mana short of Bedlam Reveler, right? 1, 2, 3. Your Bedlam Revelers cost 5. I think they miscounted. I thought they could Bedlam Reveler me this turn. Yeah, I think they miscounted and thought they could Bedlam Reveler me that turn. All right, so I'm gonna Thought Scour first here. I feel like worth noting. It feels like I think Slight or Opt would be better here, because this card's definitely awkward with Thought Scour. So someone was asking for my opinions on that a hot second ago, and I think I'm forming them. Well, those are just fantabulous right there. They're just super wonderful. It's 4x gut shot, 2 at 4x needle drop over. Yeah, that sounds kind of cheesy. Yeah, I mean, Jace is the only thing I can do this turn, right? And like next turn, I get to loot with Jace, bin the Fiery Temper. Yeah, they totally had Bedlam Reveler in hand, and they just binned it to this Goblin Lore. Seems good for me. Woof. Woof. It's a big boy. It's a big data. That is a very large Flameblade adept, chat. Thankfully, our opponent is dead next turn, but that is an incredibly large Flameblade adept. Delta, thank you for the second sub gift. I appreciate that. All right. What if I told you I had to build my own lightning bolt? Delta with the third sub gift. Welcome, welcome to folks. New subs, be sure you pop on into the subs Discord. So the Fiery Temper is going to resolve and deal 3 to them, putting them to 14. Then both my Thing and the Ices are going to flip and 14 them. Good clean turn 5 kill there. Seems pretty good for us. Abrade sounds wonderful here. Not only does it kill their silly little 1-2, but it also shatters Hollowed One. As okay as Jace was there, I think he's the cut. I think Jace plus this insult injury is probably my trims. Seems fine. Do you want Surgical to take their Phoenixes? No, I don't think so. I think there's no guarantee that they have Phoenix on their side. So this hand flips TT real quickly. I don't think unless I draw Phoenix, I don't think I'm Faithless Looting on one here. I think I want to save the looting for post Thing in the Ice to get more counters off of it. I'm gonna stand up for a hot second. It's kind of late. I had a busy day, but my legs are kind of cramped, so should probably stand up and get the blood flowing. Oh, stupid desk. Please go up. No second land. They do have Arclight Phoenix in their deck. Speaking of. So next turn, my sequence will probably be... Oh, they have a Dismember. Rude. I think Path to Exile is easily the best removal spell in Modern. Well, that's a phenomenal draw, chat. It's just fantabulous. Let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully we draw another. We got 4 shots to draw another Arclight Phoenix. So I'm actually not going to cast the Serum Visions here because I want to Faithless Looting plus Abrade, I think. Do you know that if you put root beer into a square cup, it turns into beer? What's going on, Bulldozer? Thank you for the 2-month research. That's how have I never heard that before? That's fantastic. Delta with the 4th sub gift to Rudy. Thank you very much and welcome. That's just good clean living. That's about my favorite joke of all time. Well, I can understand why. That's just A+ right there. Truly phenomenal. We bolted my face for some reason. I'm not quite sure why we bolted my face. I'm gonna go ahead and Serum Visions here. Do I think I'm just supposed to cast this. I'm like not happy about it, but I'm pretty sure I'm just supposed to cast this. I'm pretty sure this play is correct. Like, they have no hand. How incredibly rude. I mean, with like the second Bedlam on top, it's like pretty low risk, right? Hey, Master Chief, thank you very much for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. A skeleton walked into the bar and ordered a beer and a mop. Oh, Marty. That's not square root good, but I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. It's no math joke, but it'll do in a pinch. I love when my Faithless Lootings deal damage. They're quite wonderful. So we'll have 2 lethal attackers next turn. Yeah, Bedlam doesn't bounce by thing. Just good clean living. Good clean living. Fact, Jeff is contractually obligated to laugh if you give him 1,000 bits. I don't know if that's true. It's probably close to true, though. Not necessarily. You usually want to be proactive and kill people. Man, is this what playing a good modern deck feels like? It feels like... It's starting to feel like this might be what playing a good modern deck feels like. Oh, now there's long math jokes. I don't know that I have time to read all the long math jokes. I feel like the Venn diagram of people who enjoy watching Magic the Gathering streams and people who enjoy math jokes, I feel like there's a lot of overlap in this Venn diagram. The overlap section is not small. All right, Tron, sure. Let's see if we can race. This is one of my questions. This is, do we have the tools to race? So, what's better at racing here? Young Pyromancer or Thing in the Ice? I think it's Young Pyromancer, but I'm not actually sure. I gotta take notes. I have an uncle now. All right, so feeling like we're pretty dead. I'm feeling mostly dead here. He's only mostly dead. AMS published a whole paper of math jokes. That's fantastic. These bits are to make you laugh. Also, can these and the other goes towards Bant booties. What is Bant booties? Do you mean Bant? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, Bant walls. Okay, got it. All right, off it. No longer believe I can beat Tron. Got it. So here's the easiest way that you could tell this deck has a bad Tron matchup. Is I enjoyed the first match that we played. A very easy way to tell if a deck probably has a bad Tron matchup is, does Jeff like playing it? If yes, then probably rancid Tron matchup. Got it, Marty. Thank you for the support as always. I had that brief glimmer of hope before it was quashed out of my eyes. I thought maybe it was the holiday weekend, so they'd take today off of pressing the Tron button, but lo and behold, here we are. Abandon hope. And before anybody asks why there's Alpine Moons in my sideboard and that we had a chance, you're right. Somebody else thought they had a chance. I don't believe. I thought the blue-red deck you played had a decent Tron matchup. Yeah, it's probably close to a coin flip. It's probably close to a coin flip. Coin flip's about as good as my. Like, green, black, and blue-red probably flip coins against Tron these days. If I had to venture a guess. I think this is fine. If Serum Visions... This deck has Thing in the Ice, so, wait, what? Oh, some kind of enchantments deck? So, head goes to Bogles, but actually enchantments deck. Nomad, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that, welcome. You're keeping me employed here this month with that. It could be ad nauseum, could be a variety of things. Did I settle on a pirate card? I've not. I gotta talk about it with my wife. We've been busy adulting for most of the weekend. That is phenomenal. I'd love to keep this Arclight Phoenix on top of my deck. I want the third land as well. So yeah, I'm gonna keep both of these actually. And then next turn I'm going to pass, play a land and pass. And the following turn I'm gonna go Manamorphose, Faithless Looting. Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Does it? Because I can't discard both Phoenixes and Fiery Temper. Awkward. Now, the adulting wasn't bad. Christy and I have been looking at houses, which has actually been kind of fun. We're looking to move at some point in the next few months. I think we found something we like. Alright, so I need a 1-mana spell. I've got 3 shots at a 1-mana spell. Any opinion on Arclight builds and their power and mono? This is my first time playing the blue-red. The mono-red build that was hot for a split second, I wasn't a huge fan of. Yeah, we're relocating to somewhere in proximity to where we are now. We've just been able to save up a bit more money than we had 5 years ago when we bought this current house that we're in. Last time when we bought this house, we just wanted to like get out of the rental that we were in. The classic bolt myself, put my birds into play. Gosh, this matchup's probably terrible for us, huh? I'm gonna bring Surgical in because it's a free spell. In a former life, Jeff had a beard. Today he's here doing what we do. You can find my preferred version of Mono Green Tron on my website. You can click Modern Decks at the top, go to the Proven section. You can find not only a deck list up there, but also lots of videos of me playing the deck. The opponent is playing, likely playing blue-white, what's the epic card? It's blue-white, Enduring Ideal. Blue-white, Enduring Ideal. Which you can also actually find on my website under the meme section. It's a deck list that we've played on stream a few times before. It actually lines up pretty okay against decks like what we're doing here. Like, they probably have a giant fistful of Rest in Pieces in the 75 if they're smart. Which doesn't bode well for our hero. No, I need to keep a critical mass of 1-mana spells in my deck, so that way I can bring my Phoenixes back into play. So, like, leaving bolts in to bolt myself to, like, get Phoenixes into play faster, I think is worthwhile. And also, like, this game here shows they don't always have Leyline. Yep. So, fetch, Steam Vent, Thought Scour myself here. Any good tech for Bant Spirits as KCI? Probably not. They have Stony Silence. It's probably pretty hard for you. I think I care about this. Oh, and Snaring Bridge is a good one. So I'm going to do that. There's 3 instants of sorceries in my bin right now. So we'll do this. Next turn we will bolt them plus play Bedlam Reveler. We are 1 and 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 1. We're about to be 1 and 2. My brain mentally I am checked out and we have died. I mean, to be fair, it's probably hard to follow because you don't play Modern. If you're familiar with Modern, Magic Online's pretty easy to follow. Like, as far as what's happening where. So, my opponent's got Rune Talo on Awoken Horrors. That's unfortunately not doing anything. We hit them for 3 here. And then next turn, we can hit them with the Bedlam Reveler and the Arclight Phoenix. Story Circle. Choose red. Well, I guess I have this Young Pyromancer. No, we're gonna go wide with Dr. PZ. So I think that's fine. Yeah, Arena's a little bit easier to follow, not just because of the software, but because of the third-party extensions that it has. So like the Deckmaster extension goes a long way to making Arena feel more accessible, just because you can like mouse over the cards you're not familiar with. Do I want to play Manamorphose here? Yeah, I think I just want to give myself the most possible chances to put 2 Phoenixes into play here. I knew what Story Circle did. Of course I knew what Story Circle did. What kind of casual plebs are you? You don't know what Story Circle does? Come on now. Thanks, Raul. Glad to have you. I do know that it's tough to follow Modern, though. None of those are my birds. Deals 2 damage. Damage can't be prevented. Whoa, that's good. Alright, so they're dead next turn, hopefully. They are hopefully dead next turn to a little insult. Hopefully insult will be lethal next turn. Do I still have lethal? I think I still have lethal. Insult does get past Rune Talo. So, oh, it's actually just lethal with this, right? Because this is 14. All right, so take 22. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Get him. Get him. Give him the old punch. All right, so you're saying there's a chance. All right. Don't call it a comeback, because this is the game where they're going to play Rest in Peace turn 2 on the play. You just need to draw 1 copy of Insult, which, to be fair, we have a lot of cantrips in our deck, so we see a lot of cards. This hand, not particularly good. Get a mulligan. Doesn't do a whole lot. Has a lot of 9s in it. Sure. I'm going to leave a bird on top. Having a diversity of threats here is good, so that way things like Rune Talo hurt a little bit less. If you think the opponent's deck is sweet, it is. You can find a deck list and videos with the opponent's deck on my wonderful website, jeffhoagland.com. Click Modern Decks in the meme section. You will find Enduring Ideal. They were the best of times. They were the worst of times. How do I feel about Mono Red Phoenix? We've played the Mono Red Phoenix deck a number of times before in the past, and it feels like it comes up consistently a little bit short to me. Just not quite linear enough and not quite interactive enough to keep up with a lot of the other things that are going on in Modern. This is our first time playing with the blue splash in our deck. I'm hoping like access to counterspells and things like that give us that little bit of extra to like push it up over the top, but I'm not sure currently how I feel about it one way or the other. Give me a Faithless Looting. Another Arclight Phoenix. Man, these Bedlam Revelers hanging out looking incredibly castable. This is probably naming Awoken Horror, which is actually good for us because I'm like nowhere near flipping this thing. Worth noting that my opponent is ramping up pretty copious amounts of mana at this point. There I have this Nykthos is going to make 5 mana for them at the moment. Am I going to grow the beard back? Definitely. Alright, can I get a Faithless Looting, please? Isn't that what Degenerate Graveyard decks want? Only one thing, chat, and it's disgusting. Thing in the Ice and Phoenix feels like a weird number at first, but I could just be thinking the spells. So, Thing in the Ice plus Arclight Phoenix is what would be considered a non-bow. However, it's often just fine to just be playing 2 different things in your deck that are just individually powerful. So like, Thing in the Ice is something powerful, Arclight Phoenix is something powerful. Sure, they're awkward together sometimes, but if they're awkward together, that means you're doing one of your powerful things, so it's okay that they're awkward together. Yeah, the Folsom Prison Blues are setting in, chat. I don't know if I like myself here. They're effectively at 27. They've got Ghostly Prison going on. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this, which is gonna send my Arclight back to my hand, unfortunately. That was wrong. I should have kept some of those spells that were on top of my deck. I should have kept one of those because then I could. No, there weren't spells. It was Thing in the Ice Mountain, right? No, that was completely fine. Am I dead yet? Not yet. So next turn we will Izzet Charm and ditch these birds, and hopefully we'll draw another spell and get to get the birds back, and then not attack with them because there's a Ghostly Prison, but you know, kind of sort of maybe thinking about attacking with them the following turn. You know, just the good times. Let the good times roll. Do 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 do. Please give me a spell I can cast. Do 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 do. Ooh, Manamorphose. You legit love your Lisa mattress, and it's not just a shell. Yeah, in fact, part of my agreement with them, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to advertise something like that was that expensive, is that they actually sent me a mattress and let me sleep on it for 5 weeks before I decided if it was something I was willing to advertise on my channel. And also, if you get the mattress and for whatever reason you decide it's not for you, because sometimes people's mattress preferences vary from person to person, they have a 90-day money-back guarantee. So if you get it and you sleep on it for a couple of weeks or a month and you decide it's not for you, you can send it back and get your money back. If your sleep preferences are different from mine. Sean with the host, hope you had a great 8-hour stream today. Saw you were doing a long one. Thank you for that. We did not attack with the Arclight Phoenixes because they require 2 mana to pay. This could be the ideal, and then we can concede. Supreme Verdict. Yep. Second Ghostly Prison. Rip. So I'm going to do this. Just confirm they're doing what we think they're doing. They are. Yeah, I'm gonna bolt myself, hold priority, negate my bolt. Cast the Bedlam Reveler, get my birds back. and like start attacking next turn. We're actually just like looking for lands at this point, right? It's like I need one more land to be able to attack with two things. It kind of feels bad giving up my Negate there, but like I'm not gonna have mana to hold up Negate. It's just not how this is gonna work. I did not bring in Abrade because this archetype often doesn't play Ensnaring Bridge, so we're just cold to that. Sometimes your deck that relies on attacking, gonna get shut out by Ghostly Prisons and stuff like that. And again, the opponent's deck is incredibly sweet. Glad to see other people playing that. If you want to check out the deck list that they're playing, you find it in the meme section of the modern portion of my website. MTGO would be much better with a Phoenix animation. You are not wrong. This hand unfortunately does not have a 1-mana cantrip in it. So we're going to go ahead and mulligan. This hand's pretty good. And this hand's like not really looking for anything. So I'm actually going to go ahead and play my Steam Vents tapped on one and then save my Serum Visions for after I Thing in the Ice. So that way I can remove a counter from it. Do I still think Humans is the best deck? I don't know. I think it's one of the better decks. As for what's the best deck in Modern, I don't know. We don't have objective data to show what might be the best deck. The hidden value of the Goblin Guide giving us something is nice. It's gonna feel bad if I block and they Searing Blades me next turn. So I might not do that. Because, like, I'm gonna flip this Thing in the Ice really quickly, right? So, potentially exposing it to... So that seems bad. Spike me, baby. Am I supposed to block here? So am I happy if they Lightning Bolt to kill my Thing in the Ice? I don't think I am. Of course, yeah, no, I think I am, actually. We have a lot of cantrips here. I don't think I'd be happy if they traded Searing Blaze for my Goblin Guide there, but... And now, like, I drew Manamorphose, so I do feel a little bit bad about it, but... I think this is fine. Good evening, wife.
It's really cold down here.
Are monsters sleeping?
Yeah, they have been for a while. I'm going in. I'm gonna be in there.
Okay.
I'm here for a little bit. I didn't want to leave them upstairs.
Yep. That is Joseph Ferguson jingling around my basement.
Who asked that?
Someone in chat. We're watching Mike's dog for the weekend. Please hold up the dogger. Joe, you want to say hi to the internet? Come here, Joe. Come here. Can I pick you up? Oh. I'm so bad at holding little dogs. I grew up with big dogs. Mojo Jojo. Mojo Jojo. Hello, Mojo Jojo. Mojo Jojo. He's a cute little thing. Alright, yep. That is not my dog. That is one of my buddy's dog. My buddy's visiting Portland for the weekend, so his dog is hanging out here. So this currently costs me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. probably important. I just cast this turn to get a blocker down. It feels bad turning 4 cards into 3, but like my 4 cards weren't particularly good there. What are you doing, dude? Did I drop some food down there? There's a good chance there's food on this floor because I'm a slob. Man, Eidolon of the Great Revel. Well, if that doesn't make my handful of cantrips a big old pile of donkey do, I don't know what does. How are your kids with the dog and vice versa? My kids love the dog. The dog's kind of indifferent towards the kids. Doesn't dislike them, but just like doesn't care. I think I'm supposed to lead on this Faithless Looting to try and find a Bolt or a Fiery Temper here. We're definitely not excited about it. I'm through 1 Bolt and 1 Fiery Temper, so I have 3 more of each. Alright, that's actually an incredibly good draw. Let me get through more cards in my deck without having to take damage. Oh, Magic's a low variance game, chat. Oh, Magic. I'm always up this late. It's just usually I'm not streaming during this time slot. Christy and I spent the day together and with the kids, and my parents came down for a little bit, so gotta get some stream on this evening. Wanna work down the modern queues. Had a bit of a backlog because like when Arena was brand shiny and new for us, we did a lot of it. I wanted to like make sure modern gets caught up. Punish me, baby, punish me. Hit me, dealer, one more time. I should have kept one of those Steam Vents because I could have put it into play tapped here. That being said, like, this game's probably over next turn. I'm actually going to go ahead and play this Mountain and this Faithless Looting just in case there's 2 Phoenixes on top of my deck. Longest, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome. Thanks for dripping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I really appreciate that. Alright, well, they're forced to chump block, so we got that going for us. For responding to your emails, I try. I don't always get to all of them, but I do try to make time. So they have 2 cards in hand. Maybe we'll be incredibly lucky and they'll have 3 2-mana spells. They'll have a bunch of Searing Blazes they can't use or something like that. Am I still indifferent on Artifact? I think I like it. But, like, I haven't, like, really played past their pre-constructed gauntlet. So I need to actually play some constructed. Yeah, it's unfortunate we didn't hit, like, one more Arclight there. Like, there's only 1 Arclight in 33 cards. Because if we would have hit a second, I think we would have killed them here, right? The other thing is that, like, artifact content doesn't seem to be particularly popular for my stuff and my people, so even if I like it, I'm not going to be streaming it a ton. So if I like it, it'll probably become like my off-stream game. I have a couple of games that I play on occasion off-stream. Wow, we are so lucky. Listen, chat, if you ever have the important choice between being lucky and being good, never choose not being lucky. Never choose not being lucky. What are my off-stream games? Recently, my off-stream games have been Arena and Age of Sigmar Champions, the Warhammer card game. Oh, the Warhammer card game is played largely because it's a great mobile game. I need something to play at the gym while I'm on the treadmill. Is a pure donation list if you tweak any choice. Nope, this is card for card, something someone submitted. It's 300 bucks for a full collection. Well, hopefully the secondary market makes it cheaper than that. I have no intention to buy booster packs. Because then, like, you have to deal with, like, selling or dusting stuff, and that sounds kind of miserable. Still an occasional Overwatch. It's been a while since we've played Overwatch. We haven't played since the new character release, probably a little bit before then. In for Dragon's Claw. Is Artifact gonna have a mobile client? I would probably guess no. The way Artifact plays, I think would be really miserable to play on mobile, similar to the ways Magic is miserable to play on mobile. Artifact doesn't have any limits in the way it puts units on the board, so the boards become very large very quickly. And, like, that doesn't mean there aren't going to be people that will, like, but I could play this on my phone. I remote into my computer and play this on my phone now. And I'm like, I'm sure those people do, but, like, I don't think it would create a pleasant user experience to play it on the phone. So if they have Eidolon here, we have this Lightning Bolt. If they don't have Eidolon, I have this Dragon's Claw. Man, chat. Chat, are sideboard cards good in Modern? What do we think? What do we think? Are sideboard cards good in Modern? Is the jury still out? What's going on, Jekyll Girl? It's early for you, right? Is it early or late? Are you still up or just waking up? I kind of thought one Dragon's Claw on the sideboard looked a little weird, but knowing now that you just, like, draw the one Dragon's Claw, it makes perfect sense. I believe that you're not 30 yet. Yep. Magic Online and I look like we're about the same age when I'm shaved. No, I don't think taking the damage there was worthwhile. MTGO can almost vote. You think I'm bidding this Bedlam Reveler? The Grixis Dragons deck is a lot of fun. I like that one a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get me. Get me. You play that 2 damage Lightning Bolt opponent. You do it. So be glad Artifact didn't try and use Blockchain for their secondary market. Ooh. Ooh. That is truly exquisite, opponent. 3 mana, 3 damage. What a deal. When is my birthday? January 7th. This is not a combo. For anybody wondering. Although I guess it is a combo with Dragon's Claw though, right? Because this is gonna bounce my Young Pyromancer, which will let me gain more health. Just good clean live in. It's a combo in my heart of hearts. Look at all these triggers, chat. Yep, the 7th. So they're going to 13, they're going to 6. My body is very ready to be deflecting palm down to 1 here. Sweet. That connection should mean we're done here. Unless they draw Path to Exile and use it right away. Dispel should lock it up. Ray Day Pinball, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting me. Yes, you are right. I could have stacked it so I kept the Pyromancer token. That's a good thing to point out. What's the insult to injury for? It's so you can insult your opponent and then injure them. Every time I see looting and Manamorphose, I think to myself, this can't be that bad, right? It's like, how bad can it truly be? We're playing the most busted things. Hey, V8 Gremlin X, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So, like, the 7 is mediocre, but, like, this 6 is good. I think I'm going to keep this. Why does Blue-Red Wizards play 2 Abrade in the main? It can't play... It doesn't play 2 Abrade... It plays 2 Abrade in the main because Abrade is very rarely a dead card. You're pretty happy to have either part of that effect. Walker, I'd encourage not to talk about that here on this channel. Yeah, what Lorgoyf said. Just do a hot Google search. You'll be able to come to the conclusion real quickly. Well, that's really good. So next turn we'll get to go Morphose, Looting, Ditch Phoenix, Attack with Phoenix. I went to the store to pick up 6 cans of Sprite, only when I got home to realize I picked... Damn it, Marty. Darn it, Martin. I know you don't have children, Marty. I'm pretty sure you get on some kind of list making that joke without children. I'm actually gonna make red here, because if I draw another looting, I want to be able to cast it. Ooh, more Morphos. We can have, like, turn 3 cast Bedlam Reveler. I think we are. That's a good draw. God, how incredibly unlucky that we didn't draw a second Arclight Phoenix. Just the gosh darned unluckiest. I have 3 furry babies, thank you. Now, this is verbatim someone's donation list, but I believe this list was card for card from a tournament somewhere, or close to it. I definitely didn't adjust this. Alright, so do I just kill this? I think I just kill this. Next turn, I can fetch plus play Bedlam. Although, honestly, I probably don't want to fetch, right? Like, the difference to fetching down to a health total that's divisible by 3 is, like, really loose. I probably don't need the Grim Lavamancer to win the game. Perfect. Would much rather cast a basic here. Play a basic. You have thoughts on Bedlam Reveler versus Crackling Drake? I'm not sure that I do. They do kind of different things. This is good for us. Gonna get to capitalize the opponent stumbling here. Goalie doling out some sub-gifterinies. Happy Saturday. Hope you're having a good evening wherever you're at. Thanks for the absurd support as always. This is for the poor souls who had to hear that joke. Hope you had a good turkey day. Gobble, gobble. We were outside today, and man, I don't know how beardless people walk around outside. It's gotta be... It's tough. My face was cold, chat. They probably wear scarves, right? They probably wear scarves. Is that why scarves exist? For people that don't have beards? They stay inside? Yeah, definitely, Goalie, for sure. I think, Goalie, if you're not in the subs Discord, you should pop in there. I think we're coordinating doing, this is a good note for everybody. I think we're coordinating doing a subs dinner, or possibly multiple over the course of the Invitational weekend. I don't really have plans outside of the actual Invitational itself, so I'd love to meet some of the people. Knight, thank you for the 15-month resub. I don't think 15 is an important number, but maybe I could get some more land in Hooglandia. For context, Ross, Miriam ran no Revelers and 4 Drakes. That's interesting. So Drake seems more aggressive, right? And it's evasive, which seems okay. Are minors allowed to come? I mean, I don't think... I personally don't drink. I don't see why we would need to go to a sit in the bar section of wherever we go. Yeah, Drake's replacing... I mean, the Bedlams do more than replace themselves, right? Alright, so they have to double jump block here. Did I flip another... I did flip another bird over. God bless. I flipped 2 birds over. Kill you. Kill you. Are we 100% on Elves and Pirates Invitational? I'm 100% on Elves. I'm like 95% on Pirates. There's a tiny chance I play Grixis Dragons instead, but pretty likely to play Pirates, I think. So another burn deck, Dispels, and Dragon's Claw. I think I want these Abrades for killing Eidolon.
I'm going with Sword Rush.
Okay, have fun. I'm cutting Insult and Jace. Think I can cut Manamorphose here. Yeah, Danon's hooking me up with my standard decks. And they're sending me Grixis Dragons as well as Pirates. I think I'm going to trim... What do I want to trim here? Bedlam Reveler is pretty good for closing games out. I'm going to trim a Fiery Temper because it's a little bit clunky. And I think these Thought Scours... Yeah, let's do that. I think, Pirates is a pretty good Jeskai matchup in my experience, too. And I think Pirates is probably better than Grixis Dragons against the aggressive decks. Like, Dragons has a pretty hard time against Mono White and Mono Red, I think. Where is the Invitational? Invitational's in Roanoke, Virginia. It's where Star City Games is located. So this hand doesn't have a second land in it or a cantrip, but it has our 1 of Dragon's Claw, so I'm going to snap it off. We are far more likely to draw a second land with this hand than we are to see our 1 Dragon's Claw in 6. So let's get incredibly lucky. Ding, ding, ding. Never didn't have it. Skill game, etc., etc. So the expectation of a lot of Jeskai Mono Blue. will probably happen. So how is the Pirates Dragon matchup first? I think Pirates is better against Mono Blue too, but I also think like the standard format just feels a lot like Modern and that there's a lot of people playing a lot of different things. So I don't really want to play like a strong metagame deck, but I just want to play something that's like objectively powerful and reasonable. I also like don't have less reps with the Grixis Dragons deck than the Pirates deck. And I just like really like playing tempo decks. They're kind of my thing, my jam. What's the best standard deck with Electrostatic Field? We've played a mono red Steamkin deck on stream a few times, and I really like that build. You can find that one on my YouTube channel, like most of the things we played here. Well, that's fantastic. Please pass the turn. I tried Naya Control. Yeah, we played Naya Ramp. I was not impressed. Just had, like, pretty typical Ramp deck problems. Just, like, two wrong mix of things. Oh my god, did I just forget to mute myself? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hit it. I thought I hit it. Apologies. Someone asked about other than elves, what are decks that I like in Modern? You can find all the decks that I like in Modern on my website. My website is basically a collection of decks that I like. So the proven and high potential sections on my website are all decks that I would consider taking to a tournament if I really wanted to. 50 gigabytes, that's like a 6-minute download. That's terrible. What made me decide against Sultai Super Friends? I like getting lunch breaks. Whenever somebody complains, whenever someone complains that you need lunch breaks at tournaments, like, you gotta, yeah, just like play more basic mountains, play more aggro decks. You just play whatever you like. This format's great. Play whatever you like. Yeah, Crackling Drake's definitely much better with your... Crackling Drake's much better with counterspells, right? Like, Bedlam Reveler makes these counterspells incredibly awkward. For sure. Yeah, not only counterspells, but also redundant Revelers. Completely agree. Not that it matters this game. So, what we learned from that league. Drawing your one-of copy of Dragon's Claw is really good against Burn. So here's the thing. This deck felt a lot like the mono red Steamkin deck did. And that's to say I wasn't a huge fan. I feel like these slower aggressive decks in Modern just leave a lot to be desired. This is my modern brew golden rule of thumb. If your deck cannot goldfish a turn 3 kill a non-zero amount of the time, your deck needs to be incredibly interactive to make up for the decks that are going to do that to you. And this deck can never kill on, can it never kill on turn 3? Is there some kind of Christmas land that I kill on turn 3? If I turn 1 Thought Scour, bin double Phoenix, turn 2 Morphose, Faithless Looting, bin 2 more Phoenix, I could kill on 3. It's magical Phoenix. I feel like the turn 3s aren't going to come up enough. Like, they involve like all the Phoenixes basically, right? And I feel like that percentage where this can turn 3 is close enough to 0 that it just doesn't happen enough. And I don't know, I'd have to play some more games. Maybe there's lines with Thing in the Ice where it comes up too, but like, if you're flipping Thing, then I guess you could flip Thing and attack with Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like this deck, it's playing a lot of the busted modern cards in Faithless Looting and Manamorphose, and in reality, it's probably fine for most of the matches of Magic you're going to be playing, but I don't think this is a deck that I personally would be interested in jamming because I don't feel like it has enough interaction to make up for the number of games where it's not going to be linear enough, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like this deck doesn't kill people as consistently quickly as, like, say, Elves does, and Elves is even, like, a little bit more interactive in the post-board games than this one can be. So a couple of people had asked some specifics about Crackling Drake versus Bedlam Reveler. I feel like because this deck's linear game plan isn't good enough, I might be inclined to play Crackling Drake over Bedlam Reveler, just because of how incredibly awkward Bedlam Reveler was in conjunction with our counter spells. So Bedlam Reveler not only is awkward in multiples with itself, but the fact that it makes you have to choose between like putting pressure on the board with Bedlam Reveler or holding up a counter spell felt kind of incredibly awkward a couple of times that league.